Hey guys, Seaweed from Tribal Soup Project here. Welcome to another episode of SIMsational. You are watching a super special holiday edition speed build for the HowICelebrate collab. Special thanks and a shout out to 25th and South, to the invite, and to all the other participants of the collaboration. So yeah, Jesse and I are super grateful for being invited to take part in this. Not just because it makes us feel all special, but because it also is something which does make our hearts really happy. The purpose of the collab is to share how you celebrate the holidays. And to us, regardless of the way that we or anyone else celebrates, we feel that it's really important to make time for the people we love. Our family is pretty big and diverse. As you may or may not know, Jesse and I have 4 children between us, 2 of which are married and beginning to start their own families. We're also blessed with having a really good relationship with our extended family members, and additionally to that, we are also very thankful for a pretty tight group of amazing humans that we choose to call family. So not all of us in our family, our extended family and our friends and even our intimate family, not all of us share the same spiritual beliefs. And Jesse and I tend to be pretty eclectic and open-minded to all things. So because of this, in our household, we celebrate both the winter solstice and Christmas. And today, the holiday that we've chosen to share about is the solstice. So this build that you're watching right now is not my house. It's the house of a woman who I consider to be a mentor and a really good friend. Her name is Debbie, and she passed away earlier this year. So I met Debbie when I was 19 years old. Her and her husband used to own this little metaphysical store in downtown DeLand, Florida. So for those of you that don't know what a metaphysical store is, it's kind of like a little magic store. They sell all kinds of things like candles and herbs and things like that. So to make a really long story just a bit shorter, Debbie was my mentor, and my family spent many winter solstices at her house throughout the years. So the winter solstice is also called Yule, and it's a holiday that very closely resembles Christmas. The solstice happens on the first actual day of winter, and it's the longest night of the year. During Yule, we recognize that since the beginning of summer, the days have been becoming shorter and the nights have been becoming longer. It's a time when we celebrate the return of the day because after the winter solstice, because after the winter solstice, the days are steadily going to start becoming longer again. So in the times of our earliest ancestors, they would light bonfires in the fields, and they would give gifts of apples and oranges because they represented the sun. People would also decorate their homes with holly, ivy, and mistletoe because it was thought to bring good fortune. The Yule log was the highlight of the event, and they would bring a tree inside and decorate it festively. They would also douse it with flour and cider to represent the fields and the return of the sun. They would then burn it in the fireplace, allowing it to simmer all through the night. So obviously, we no longer live in ancient times, and Jesse and I don't actually hold superstitions or believe in magic quite the way that some of our friends and even my mentor Debbie does. But we do recognize and appreciate the turning of the seasons, and we do give thanks for our many blessings on Yules. In the past, each of my Yules were spent on this lovely yet humble piece of property. Debbie and Jean were not materially wealthy, but they were 2 of the richest people that I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. On the solstice, we would always do a ceremony in the circle of stones that was on their property, and we would honor the turn of the season and celebrate the spirit of giving. Some years we would stay up all night until the sun rose, drumming and dancing around the bonfire, and there would always be a great big potluck feast, and we would exchange small gifts. So though we haven't spent Yule at Debbie's for several years now, we do continue the tradition in small ways with our family. it will remain a special time of year for us, and it is pretty cool to have both the Yule and a Christmas. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing about my memories and how we celebrate the season. But mostly, both Jesse and I do hope that you enjoy the holiday in any way you choose to celebrate it. So until next time, guys, happy simming, and I'll catch y'all later. Goodbye!